Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mr. Guy on Board Game Geek, Doug Herring and Doug Mr. Guy on YouTube, as well as Doug's Digital Board on YouTube, where I do mainly digital versions of board games on that particular channel, where my other channel is dedicated toward regular board gaming and video gaming, things like that. You can also find me on Twitch and on the Doug Mr. Guy, where I stream live things, especially on Wednesday nights, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. Anyway, I want to welcome you to our channel update for December and say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from me and my family. I hope that you're all doing exceptionally well as you head into this holiday season. And so I want to jump in and tell you what we're going to talk about today. Now, first, we're going to do a couple things. First off, I'm going to talk about my giveaway. I'm going to have two giveaways for December that I want you to be a part of. So I'll share those with you. Then I'm going to talk about games on the channel, what I'm playing, what I'm going to be playing, etc. And then I'm going to talk about a couple of other important things. What's not only what's upcoming on the channel, but also I have a question, and that question is going to be submitted to you, and I would like you to provide that feedback in either a recorded message or a video message. If you're open to that, that'd be awesome. All I have to do is post on YouTube, give you the URL, and I'll make sure it gets included in this video. And also post if you want to. I'm going to read some of the answers as well, but we'll get to that in a minute as well. Then lastly, I'm going to do some shout outs to some other board game YouTubers and videos that you should watch or would probably enjoy if you're watching my channel. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, game giveaway. Well, we're going to be doing two. And the first one is for all of my subscribers, patrons, and everybody that is included in my channel. And I've talked about this before. And if I reached a certain threshold of subscribers, which was 3,400, I passed that. I'm closing on 3,500 now. So thank you so much for that. And based on that, I'm going to be giving you I think it's my hero level pledge for Orcs Must Die, the board game, the whole thing. Now, the only thing I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to pick a couple of winners in order when I do this. And because I need you to pay for the shipping. The shipping it's going to be a big box. It's going to be kind of expensive. The game itself is going to be well over, $150 worth of game. So I'm going to ask you pay what, 20, 25 bucks in shipping, if that's okay. If not, I'll go to the next person, see if they want to do it. But I am going to give it away. I'm going to give it away to both my subscribers and my patrons. Now, the way that worked is I gave all of my subscribers 5 entries if we hit a certain threshold in subscribers, which we did do, so everybody gets that. In addition, my patrons get an additional 25 entries into the giveaway for this game. Okay, so everybody's eligible, and I only have a handful of patrons, so the likelihood of it going to one of my subscribers is great, which is awesome as well. I want everybody to have the ability to win these games and prizes, and please continue to support me and subscribe. It's really awesome stuff, and I appreciate it, and this is how I'm showing my appreciation. It's by giving away massive amounts of games. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to be doing a patron-only giveaway every month. If you are a patron for the full 30 days, you'll be included in a giveaway. Now, the first one of those games, I'm going to be doing it every single month if possible, unless something falls out and things don't work out. But the first one we're going to do is this. Now, I have the Amazon page up, but you'll get the idea. It's going to be Maharani by Queen Games. It's a tile placement game that, as you can see, is going for about $82 Canadian. I'm not sure whatever that equates to in US dollars. You can see that it's brand new in shrink, so it'll be a brand new game. These are both going to be given away by the end of December. So sometime in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do this giveaway. Now, if you want extra entries, all you have to do is respond to this video, and I will give you extra entries for every response that's in this video. It helps me understand who's tracking and paying attention. So thank you very much. Appreciate all of that. So anyway, respond to this video, and you will also be included in that giveaway. I promise you that this giveaway will take place prior to Christmas, which is, for those of you who don't follow that, is December 25th. Hopefully we'll get shipped out before the new year. That's my plan. So you'll have a brand new game for the new year. That's pretty awesome. And again, I want to do them every month. Now, with the subscribers, I'm giving away some pretty big games, so they may not be every single month, but I'm going to try, okay, to give away something. That's important. Next up, we're going to talk about what is happening on my channel. So I'm playing right now. You guys know that I have Fallout the board game. This is actually a picture from the original computer 2D isometric computer role-playing game. It's a really awesome game. but I am playing Fallout, the board game. I did the first setup video. It is posted now, and you can go see that on my YouTube channel here, and et cetera, et cetera. But I've also done, let's see, I did Imperial Salt. I did the app. It turned out okay, guys. I made some mistakes because I hadn't played the game in a long time, and I was trying to learn the app and kind of refresh my mind on the game. And I missed something important in the app. It really doesn't tell you that you need to go check the rules for differences. I thought the rules in the app were just the rules to Imperial Assaults. I didn't really go pay attention. And there were some key things that cards you take out, etc., that happen within the rules. So there's that. On the digital front, I'm doing a December series where I'm showing you games digitally that are board games as well. Either they have a physical copy of the board game and are reproduced digitally, or they're an original digital board game. Now, I did Armello, which is a fantastic and beautiful original board game done digitally. So there's never been a physical copy of that game created for the public to buy. So, but you can get it on Steam. I think it's also coming out on iOS soon, if I'm not mistaken. Fantastic game, really beautiful, a lot of fun. You can play hot seat. You can play with people over the internet. It's great. I also showed Tokaido. Tokaido is one of my favorite board games for families. Basically, it's got no fighting in it. It's really fun, and it's a point-scoring game, set collection game. You're traveling across the road in Japan, ancient Japan, as a traveler trying to build up as many points as you can along your journey, the journey points, and that's really cool. It's a fun game. There's lots of characters to play in the board game. In the digital game, I can see that they have the potential to open up more characters, and I'm sure that they will. But for now, there's a good selection, and it's a light-hearted game. You know, if you have, and I'm going to highly recommend this, if you have a family event, you want to play some games, but don't want to break out the physical boards, what you can do with this is get, if you have a Steam Link and Steam controller, you can throw it up on your TV. If you have it on an iOS, you can use an Apple device to throw it up on the TV as well. Put it on a big screen, play it that way with the whole family, just like you're playing on a console game, but easier. So yeah, you could do that. It's a piece of cake. The Steam Link and that, I think they usually put them on sale around Christmas to sell more of them. I don't know how popular it is, but it works really well. And if you have a PC with Steam, you can definitely do that. The other one I also been doing Tomb of Annihilation. I'm a little bit behind on that because I got sick and I got to catch up on some things. So I will be doing that. But in the future, you can look for more of Tomb of Annihilation. I'm also going to do Burgle Brothers, Pathfinder, and Sentinels of the Multiverse very soon in digital form and show you what those are all about if you haven't seen them. And some other ones you may not know about, which are cool. Like I did Slay the Spire a month or so back. And that is a really neat little card game that you can play. The graphics are very simple, but the gameplay is great. So check that out. Then from board games, what I'm going to be putting on the channel is I'm going to definitely do Tomb of Annihilation, the painted board game version of that, along with some more Kingdom Death Monster. I'm thinking about doing a Kingdom Death Monster series for the holiday, and then also some more Legacy of Dragonholt. The story is awesome in that. I'm enjoying it. The reason I broke from that is I'm playing it with my family, and I want the surprises to happen with my family, even though a playthrough on the channel will be different than the one I played through with my family based on different decisions that are made. Really fun game. I hope they do more of those. It's very entertaining. It reminds me of a cross between Tales of Arabian Nights and Agents of Smersh or something like that, because it tells a much more cohesive story though. Because the story is got some set patterns to it, like the different places you go, but they're all set. It's not like Tales of the Arabian Nights where any crazy thing can happen, and it's really fun and funny, but it's way out there. Okay, so that is basically the meat of my update today, guys. So I hope you appreciate it, and thank you. I'm sorry, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it, rather, and thank you again for all that you do for my channel. I appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I enjoy the support, and also really like the support of my fellow tube tablers and how we're helping each other to promote our channels and keep our fans abreast of what's happening on other channels as well. So after I ask this question and tell you what I want you to do to answer it, if you don't mind, is I'm going to talk about some tube tablers and what they're doing currently. So you can go visit them, and I'll put them up in the cards up in the right hand corner of the screen. There's a little eye. You open that up, you can click on any of these channels and go to them. I'll probably have to reference a specific video. I'm not sure. I'll find out, because I think it's harder to do URLs in the cards, but it's okay. All right, so the question is, one of the things I've noticed on YouTube, more so than more so than BGG or any other place, is that people mark likes and dislikes. And I get likes, you know, hey, you like the game, you like what I'm presenting, whatever. But the question is, I like constructive feedback, and I always want to improve. So and I don't get very many, but when I do see a dislike, I always wonder, did they dislike my video? Did they dislike my presentation? Did they dislike the game itself? So I don't want you to critique me in this question. That would not be fun, I imagine. But anyway, what I would like you to do is tell me typically why you check the dislike box and give me an example of one without calling anybody out specifically that you did and why. Are you checking off the dislike box because you didn't like the game? Or are you assuming that people who checked the dislike box didn't like the game or didn't like the review, didn't like the presenter? What are the typical reasons you do that? And how do you think it's best to solicit your feedback when you do check the box? I'd really like to know what you're thinking. I know some people post comments and they either don't like the game or don't like me or whatever, and I don't really can't do much about that. But I am curious what that means to you, my viewers, when you do look at that and see it checked or check it. And is it more about the content of the game itself? Like, are you saying, I don't like that game? That's what I'm really curious about because it might help me steer what kind of games I want to be putting on my channel. And also, if there's some things I'm doing in my presentation that I could do differently, I'd like to hear about that. Everybody's got opinions, so I can't incorporate everything, but you get the idea. So that's question number one. Now, all you have to do with that one is post in the chat. That's all I want you to do. Just tell me what you think, because I have a second question. This is the one I want the meat and potatoes from, because this one's fun. But if you just post in the chat what you think of that, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, second, the question I want to ask you is, what is the number one game that you are anticipating and want for the Christmas or holiday season, whatever you celebrate? What is that game? What is the one you're most looking forward to? I want to know what the game is, why you're looking forward to it, and what you think other people would find interesting in it. You don't have to do too much on that. You can present that to me in a number of ways. You can create a video and post it to YouTube if you have a channel. That would be fantastic. So my fellow tube tablers, I'd love to hear from you on this. I'm going to do a compilation. And if I hear more about one than the other, I'm going to rank it higher in that list. It's not going to be a huge compilation, but it'll be fun. Second way to do that is if you want to record audio and post that and send it to me in some way, you can send me a link and put it up in Dropbox or something to doug.herring1201@gmail.com. You could do that. And the third way is you could post it down below, but that's the least exciting way. I'd really like to get some physical content that I could put into a video to talk about games for the holidays. My deadline on this, if you can do it, would be fantastic. I would like to have it by, let's see, today is the 11th, so let's talk about dates. I'm going to say I want it before Christmas, so if I said Wednesday the 20th, I would like the deadline for this to be Wednesday the 20th. So any content you can give me, again, the question is, what game are you most anticipating for the holiday? What do you most like about it? And why would someone else like it? Those are the three questions I'd like you to answer. So I appreciate that. If I just get a couple, that's fine too. I just want to post some content that's not just my opinion, but other people's opinion. And I'm going to do one myself as well, what I'm most anticipating for the holiday. In fact, I may have already got it here somewhere. But anyway, I'm excited about that. Okay, last up, because I don't want this to be a 2-hour video, is I'm going to talk about some tube tablers. So let's talk about that. Now, the first one we'll talk about is Board Games with Niramas. Now, he's a bit newer, but he's got a fantastic channel. I would say newer. He's been doing it a while now. And he always plays games with his little stuffed animal friend Draco. And lately he's been doing Charterstone. So I'm going to post that up in the cards so you can check that out. He's doing a live thing on Friday night where it's like he's playing live with interaction. It's really fun. I've popped in a couple times. We've chatted. It's been great. I hope you go check out his channel. It's really enjoyable, and he does a great presentation. And he's gotten a great sponsor from a local game store. How'd you do that, man? I want to know. Anyway, I haven't really pursued that, but something I may be thinking about. Anyway, the other one is Paul Darcy. If you probably know him if you know me, because there's a lot of similar stuff. But anyway, right now he's doing Buffy the Vampire Legendary, which is cool. You go enjoy that. It's a really fun series to watch, and if you're a fan of Buffy, you'll enjoy this series. Plus, he's got tons of other stuff. One of the big mentions I want to make this time around is Catweasel. If you go to Catweasel's channel, he is doing the mother of all Arkham Horror games. I think he's got all the expansions. He's going to be running 8 investigators. It's insane, and it's going to be really fun to watch. So he's really good at that game. He really presents it well. I've played in a couple of play-by-video games with him of Arkham Horror and Eldritch Horror, which have been a lot of fun. Really, really good stuff. And then last is just one of my more recent favorites. Somebody I find a channel I find myself watching more and more, and that is Ant Lab Games. That's Anthony and Francis. They do it as a team. They present these games as a team, and they do a really great job. Really good production. I love what their commentary is great. In fact, one of my highlights for that was the it's called The Fog of Love. They did it was pretty humorous playthrough that they did, and they do some really good playthroughs, a lot of fun stuff. Anyway, check them out. Again, all of these will be in the cards up in the top hand corner. So that is going to be it for my channel update this time around. I want to wish you all a very, very happy holiday. I'm sure we'll hear about more soon. I'll talk more soon. Check out my follow-up videos. Another one should be coming very shortly, and also some other digital content that I'll be releasing so you can see some digital board games, etc. Be a lot of fun, guys. Again, thanks for all the subscriptions. I can't wait to see what happens in the new year. I really appreciate it. And if you support me as a patron, just for $5 or $10, you're going to win potentially, because it's a much smaller pool of my subscriber base, you're going to win some games. So go check that out. I'm going to be doing that. Like I said, I'm going to try and do that every month for everybody that's a patron. Plus, I'm also coming up with some new perks to launch for the end of the year. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. I appreciate everything you do for me. I appreciate the Board Game Geek community and my personal community here, and the community of YouTubers and Tube Tablers Guild that we all support and love. So take care, and I will talk to you next time.